Welcome you all. In today's class, we are going to see about what is the C tokens in the C programming. What is a C token? What is a token means? Every word and punctuations in the C program is called it as a token. So C is nothing but in the C. It is a building block of the C programs. It is the smallest unit of C program. So the compiler breaks the program into the smallest possible units and proceed to the various type of compilations on various stages of compilations, which is called the token. The C supports that 6 types of tokens. One is an identifier and the keywords and the constants, strings, operators and special symbols. So identifiers, keywords, constants, strings and operators and special symbols. So these are all the tokens. So the tokens are classified into the 6 types. One is the keyword, operators, strings and constants, special characters and the identifiers. So what is a character set? Character set is nothing but it is a set of alphabets. It contains the letters and some special characters that are valid in the C language is called it as a character set. Next is alphabets. So alphabet is nothing but it's a collection of characters. We have in alphabets we have uppercase and lowercase things. Uppercase and lowercase letters is called it as an alphabets. So the C accept both lowercase and uppercase alphabets as an variables and functions. Next is a digits. Digits is nothing but it is a collection of numbers from 0 to 9. So next is a character. In the character stress we also have a special characters is also there. We have several special characters in the C programming, and also we have the white space characters. That is a blank space, new line and horizontal line, and the carriage written and form feed. These are all the white space characters in supported by the C program. So these are all the characters. So the character set is nothing. It is contains that alphabets, that is an uppercase and lowercase, and special characters and the white space characters. So these are all called it as and also the numbers are all called it as a character set. Next is a C keywords. So the every word can be either a keyword or an identifier. The keyword is it is a reserved word. The keywords have a fixed meanings and the meaning cannot be changed. So that is called it as a keyword. So you cannot use it that keyword as a variable name or constant name in our program. So act as a building block of the keyword is act as a building block of the C program. So there are a total of 32 keywords in the C. The keywords are written in the lowercase letters. These are and also the keywords. For example, consider the int and money. Here int is a keyword that indicates the money is a variable of type int. So the keywords are a small case letters, that is a reserved word. That keyword cannot be used as a variable name or a constant name in our C programs. So in this slide we have a list of all the keywords allowed in the ANSI C program. For example, break, case, character, double, all the data types and on if, else, so long, int, float. So we have several types of keywords in the C program. So that keyword is cannot used as a variable name and constant name in our C program. That is a reserved word. Next is the C identifiers. So what is an identifier? For every term we have a specific rule. So the identifier is defined as it is a collection of characters and symbols and numbers but it should start with the alphabets, that is called as an identifier. So identifier is nothing but the name assigned to some element in a program is called it as an identifier. So example for name of a variable function is called it as an identifier. So it is a user defined names. So the name says that is an identifier is used to identify a particular element in a program. For example, that is a unique name, int money and double account balance. Here the money and account balance is called it as an identifiers. So that specifies the what is the unique characteristics and unique features of a given name. Here so the money it is a it specifies the money, and the account balance, the account balance should be in the float, so it is defined in the double. So the name of the identifier define the features of a given name. So the rules for constructing the C identifiers are: the identifier can only have a alphanumeric characters. So what is an alphanumeric? It is a collection of uppercase, lowercase and numbers, and also we have an underscore. The first character of an identifier should be either an alphabet or an underscore. That is the rule of an identifier. So it can be followed by any number of characters, digit and underscore. So the first character of the identifier should be either alphabet or underscore, and also it can be followed by the number of alphabets and number of characters. So it should not begin with any numerical digit. So that is a rule of an identifier. In identifier, are both uppercase and lowercase are distinct. So this is a case sensitive. So the both uppercase and lowercase are distinct. Therefore we can say that identifiers are the case sensitives. So commas or blank spaces cannot be specified within an identifier. The keywords cannot be represented as an identifier. So these are all the rules we have to follow for defining our identifiers. So what is that? I can repeat. I will repeat. So identifier is a collection of characters, alphabets and numbers and the underscore. The starting of identifier either alphabet or underscore. It can be followed by the any number of characters and digits. So the identifiers la vandu pathina it is a distinct one because it is a case sensitive. So the uppercase and lowercase are different. The any comma and white spaces and blank spaces are not allowed in the identifier. So the keywords cannot be represented as an identifier. So this is the rule of an identifier. So this is an example of a valid identifier. The first one is total, sum, average and hyphen m and hyphen sum. The hyphen can be underscore can be allowed, and it can be start with the number, but the another special symbols are not allowed in the identifiers. The upper one is an valid identifiers. The example of invalid are that to sum, because why it is invalid? So it is start with the number 2. Next you have an int and followed by the reserved word, that it also not allowed, and also character is followed by the reserved word, and next is a m plus n, then the special characters it means that is not also allowed. So identifiers we have two types. One is an internal and external identifier. So what is an internal identifier means? It is used only in the local variable. The identifier are used in the local variable means it is called as an internal identifier. We can globally use that identifier means it is called it as an external identifier. So what is the difference between that keyword and identifier? So this slide shows the what is the differences between the keyword and identifier. So the keyword அப்படினா it is a predefined word. It is a user defined word. In the keyword it is must be written in the lower case. It can be written in both lowercase and uppercase. That is in the identifiers. In the keyword it is a meaning predefined in the C compiler. So it is a meaning is not defined in the C compiler. That is an identifier. Next it is a combination of an alphabetical and characters. So it is a combination of an alphanumeric characters. It is an identifier. So in the keyword it should not contain underscore, but in the identifier contain an underscore. So this is the difference between the keyword and identifier. Next is an variables. So what is a variable? It is a it is like it is a memory location. The variables are the memory location in the C programming language. So the purpose of a variable is used to store the data in a memory. So it is like a container. So we can store any number of things in that variable. So unlike the constants, we will do not change during the program execution. But variable in the constant level we cannot change the value, but in the variable the value can be changed. So the variable declaration, the syntax of the variable declaration is type and variable name. So type or variable name, we have a single variable we can declare, or we can declare in the multiple variable. So next is the variables in C, that is what is the declaration and initialization. So declaration means the syntax is the data type is followed by the number of variable names. So initialization means we are going to assign a value to the given variable. It is called it as an initialization. For example, here we are declaring float as an age. Now we are assigning the value to the age to the 26.5. So in this slide it shows how the variable declaration and initialization done for a single variable name. And also we have an assignment. The variable assignment is a process of assigning a value to the variable name. So the same line itself we can declare, and also we can assign the variable. So rules for defining the variables are the variable name. It is a consist of a capital letters A to Z and lowercase letters and digits and underscore character. So whatever the things it is used in the identifier rules, we are used, all the things are used in the variables. So the blank spaces cannot be used, and special characters are not allowed. The keywords cannot, C keywords also cannot be used as a variable name. It is a case sensitive. It is a collection of alphanumerical variables. So what are all the variable type? The int, float, long int and void. These are all the variable names. So types of variables also, like the identifiers, we have a local, global, static, automatic and external variables. So these are all the types of the variable names. So in this video, whatever things we are given, I recap that. First we will see what is a token. It is nothing but it is a building blocks of the C program. So the word and punctuations in the program is called it as a tokens. In the C support the 6 type of tokens. One is an identifiers, keywords, string, constants and special symbols and variables. These are all the tokens are supported by the C. So in this video we are so far we are seeing about, so what is the identifier and what is the variable name and what is a constant and what are the types of the variables. So these are all the things we are covered in this video. In the next video we will see, so what is these 5 types within the in a detailed way we will see in the next video. Thank you.